Hi everybody, please take out your notebook and label the top of your paper like this: solving multi-step equations, and how do I solve multi-step equations using the distributive property and combining like terms. So we're going to start first with the review problem here. As I go through these problems, please take notes in your notebook. So the first problem I'm going to solve, I'm going to set up a do and undo table like I would when we started this on Monday. So if I look for my variable, I see a letter here, F. So it looks like what's happening to the letter F is I'm multiplying it by -8. So I'm going to put times -8, and then I'm adding 32. And I say adding because 32 is positive, not negative. So I'm going to say plus 32. I'm actually going to change this to being like a little dot because I think it's a little clearer that that's multiplication. Okay. So if I were to undo those operations, the first thing I'd have to do is subtract 32. And the second thing I would have to do is divide by -8. So I'm going to erase this, put my line down here. First thing I'm going to do is subtract 32 from both sides. 32 minus 32 is 0, minus 8f. 16 minus 32 is -16. So on this side we're left with -8f. On this side we're left with -16. My last step then was to divide by -8 on both sides. So this leaves me with f equals -16 divided by -8 is +2. Okay. I'm going to show you how to set up this equation then. So in order to solve these problems, we need to get it to the point where you could use a do and undo table to solve it. Basically, we're trying to get it to a point where we can solve it like a two-step equation. For this problem, our first step in order to solve this is we need to combine like terms. So I can see here I have a 12 and a -4 that both do not have a p. So I could combine this 12 minus 4 and get 8, and then just keep this minus 2p equals 26. Now it's to the point where you could solve using your do and undo table. Let's look at this problem here. I'm going to rewrite it so I have a little bit more space. So up here I had to combine like terms. Here it looks like I need to distribute. So I'm going to distribute this 2 onto both things. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times -4 is -8 equals 12. Now you're ready to solve this using your do and undo table. Same for this problem. If we don't have a number here, Remember, we can put a 1 there. Then distribute. -1 times 5 is -5. -1 times -7 is positive, or sorry, times -x is positive x. For this problem, this is actually a one-step equation. We have x by itself with -5 and 14. So if I drew a do and undo table, all we're doing right now is adding -5. So to undo that, I would need to take away -5, which is the same as adding +5. So I could add 5 to both sides. I would get x equals 19. And 19 plus -5 is 14. So it checks out. Lastly, you might get a problem sometimes where you need to distribute and combine like terms. For example, this problem, first we need to distribute this 3 onto everything in parentheses. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times -5, -15. I'm going to just rewrite the rest. Plus 4x plus 7 equals 12. Then I can combine like terms. I have 6x and positive 4x. That will give me positive 10x. I have -15 and positive 7. -15 plus 7 is -8 equals 12. Then we can use our do, undo table. If we look at x, first we're multiplying by 10, then we're subtracting 8. So the opposite would be to add 8 and then divide by 10. Plus 8 plus 8. 10x equals 20. Divided by 10, x equals 2. And if I wanted to check, I could plug in 2 for x in this equation and see if it works. Actually, let's do that just to show you. Instead of x, I'm going to put 2. So I have 2 times 2, which is 4. Four minus 1 is -1. 3 times -1, it's -1. Plus 4 times 2 plus 7. 4 times 2 is 8. -3 plus 8 is 5. 5 plus 7 equals 12. 12 equals 12. That works out. Okay. So that's it for notes for today. Make sure you have these written down in your notebook. And now you can go finish the rest of your assignment for Friday. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.